up and welcome back to my channel. Now today I'm going to be giving a review for the film The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It. Now this is the 8th installment in the Conjuring Universe film series if you count all the spin-offs, but it's actually like the 3rd Conjuring film itself, which is like, The Conjuring, then you got The Conjuring 2, so we have this one, which is actually like the 3rd Conjuring film, but the 8th film in the overall Conjuring universe. Because I do have the original Conjuring right here on Blu-ray. Then also have The Conjuring 2 on Blu-ray too. I only have only one of the spin-off films, like Annabelle. Because as far as like the universe goes, I prefer like the Annabelle films, and this is the only one I have. But yeah, you have like the Warrens, and they return to like investigate. And again, this is based on like a true life event that they actually did like investigate. It was the trial of Arnie Cheyenne Johnson. And this was like a murder trial that took place in 1981 Connecticut. That's another thing about this film too. It moves like into the 80s. Now the film itself is actually dealing with the idea of the Warrens trying to prove that Arnie himself was actually possessed when this actual murder took place. And I don't want to reveal the murder because it's kind of spoiler territory, especially if we don't know the actual events of the real life trial itself. So I don't want to go into that too much. Now you do have Patrick Wilson, who returns as Ed Warren. Then you have Vera Farmiga, who returns as Lorraine Warren too. So they do return to their roles, and I think it's awesome seeing this. Now this is also directed by a new director this time. Instead of being James Wan, you have Michael Shires or Shaves. I think that's how you pronounce his last name. Now this film itself still does feel like a Conjuring universe film. It does definitely feel like a Conjuring film because you have like the usual jump scares, and all like the fighting moments, even kind of predictable scares too as well. And some of the things with like the demonic possession and so on is very similar to like the other Conjuring films. But like I said, I don't want to go into it too much because it's like spoiler territory. But there are new things that are actually developing in the universe too as well. You can see like this is spoiler territory, but like the character of Ed Warren portrayed by Patrick Wilson, you can tell he's actually developing like a sickness with like his heart, because when they was doing like possession, when they was actually doing something with like demonic possession, which was involved in like the Arnie character, you could tell that he actually had got some messed up with like his heart or something like that. So he's like, hey, yeah, he did have a heart attack. So now he actually has to take pills to actually survive, whenever he has like a threat of a heart attack, basically. But the film itself is pretty good. You have I think that's how you pronounce the name, Rory O'Connor as Arnie Cheyenne Johnson. And I want to touch on all the other ones too, but I don't want to get into too much. Yeah, you also have John Noble. He makes like an appearance in the film too, as well as Castner, I believe. I think Lorraine went to him for like help or something like that. And it turns out that the actual thing is, like I said, I just leave it at that because that was kind of a surprise. You still have like the supernatural demonic presence, but it turns out that there was actually like something else that was actually of this world that was actually controlling like what was going on with like the demonic possession. So I just leave it at that. But overall, it was a great film. I still feel like it feels very similar to like the first 2 Conjuring films, and at times I feel like, from my opinion, they seem like they kind of be like all over the place. But they are decent and great films, and I think these are based on true events. That kind of does like draw my attention more and more, So I thought it was a pretty great film. And it still is it kind of is like a long type film, kind of the other ones too as well. But it was pretty good, and it does seem awesome seeing them making more progress with the actual Warren characters themselves, how they actually progress in the form. Because you can see now that Ed is getting sick, he's having like heart troubles. You also can see flashback sequences to like their previous versions of their characters too, from like Lorraine's point of view when she's like telling how her and Ed had met and they got married. Well, not married, but how they actually met. And then, fell in love and all that stuff. That was kind of cool. There's even a glimpse right there that they probably can go back to like prequel type films, like in the Conjuring universe, based on them, and they're played by different actors because they have to be younger, But in The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It, I'm gonna give this a B-. I thought it was great. It was pretty solid, So I would definitely recommend it for fans of like the Conjuring universe. And it's also seems like another Conjuring film. And I know they have more spin-off films like in the works too as well, like The Cricket Man, and so I know it's supposed to be another Nun film from what I'm hearing. But anyway, I would recommend this film. Please leave a comment and subscribe to as well.